fine. Anyway, before I start, as per usual, I do have something to address that I've been wanting to talk about. And I'm gonna try to make this, well, not as long as the previous days, because I really want to get to the end of the Realm Reborn today, if in any way possible. But here's the deal. I've been digging around Twitter for a little bit, and I did find something that I really don't like, that I kind of want to talk about. And basically, this is the tweet from Alex. He's one of the senior developers. I hope I didn't misinterpret his title. But as I'm not looking at Twitter right now or any of that stuff. But here's the deal. This is basically something that he tweeted today, and it concerns the WoW community as a whole. And this is what he said. He said, if your reaction to everything going on right now is to complain that the next patch is going to take longer to release, then you need to take a step back and realize that you are a part of the problem. You value video game content more than human decency and respect. Yeah, I'm not particularly happy about this, because I think the recent events, like everything that's been going on in the community, if there is one thing that we all showed over the past few weeks or a few days or something like that, we have shown that we in fact do value human decency and respect, and that is the whole reason why this whole thing is going on in the community and not just inside of the company. Because we do care about beings being respected, being treated as, as humans, as they should be, and this kind of thing just really casts a bad light on the whole community. And here's the deal. If you spend a week doing some sort of damage control, and if after basically the whole WoW community just getting super emotional about these things, if you end up tweeting and saying that the community is the problem, the community is the problem because they are expecting the delivery of the next WoW patch to be earlier rather than later. And first of all, I don't think anyone was really just focused on the delivery being sooner rather than later. Some people are talking about 9.2 being not on time or whatever, but I don't think many of them actually put that in front of the whole human rights thing. I think everyone really genuinely cares about human rights and about what's happened. I don't think anyone here inside of the community doesn't value human decency and doesn't have respect towards that. So after a very emotional week, to go on Twitter and to find out that we as a community have been called a problem, that's what I find to be a problem. Because see, this is the thing, regardless of everything that's going on, this tweet is actively inviting the community, and not just the community, if you find yourself to be a community of World of Warcraft in a way that's more than you just playing a game, if you participate on Twitter, if you, participate on Reddit, that's fine, but not everyone is community. Some people genuinely just buy the game and just expect to play it and have fun in it. And this kind of tweet, in my just general opinion, calls out for deeper, understanding and feelings, and just thinking about the game's development and just trying to understand why it's not being developed on time. I don't think the customers, and let's just call people who don't actively participate in these things customers, because they did buy a product and they pay on a monthly basis to be able to access that product. I don't think it's okay to ask for their consideration in this kind of way. If you have something to say to the community as a whole, not just the participants of Reddit and Twitter and whatnot, if you want to address all the players who are customers, who are paying for this kind of game, then write an email and ask for understanding and say, hey, we have some internal issues going on inside of the company, or be completely transparent, that's also fine, and ask for understanding. Don't go out on Twitter saying that the WoW community is a problem, because they're expecting their patch to be delivered. Because that same WoW community is the community that pays every single month to be able to access the game. And I just think it's overall wrong after a very, very emotional week and after all these events to just go ahead and say this. I might be in the wrong, and I might sound a little bit insensitive to the point with this. Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't consider that they're having delays. Like, I mean, I shouldn't speak like this. I don't play WoW right now, and I'm not going to be playing it in the foreseeable future. I can't even give an actual answer on whether or not I will ever be playing WoW again. But I'm speaking as someone who up until recently has been playing World of Warcraft, and someone who does deeply care about the community, and that's why I'm commenting on this in such a way. You don't go out on Twitter and call your community a problem and inconsiderate because you're expecting them to automatically understand that you have issues. That's not the way things work. They are not just the community, but customers, paying customers, and this is not the way to address your paying customers. And assuming, like putting us all in the same basket and assuming that we do not care enough about human decency and respect, that all we talk about is the next patch, is just plain wrong. Like, what else are you supposed to talk about? You're a consumer of a product. You are a purchaser. Can you even say purchaser? I don't know. You purchase a game. You purchase game time. What else are you gonna think about, and what else are you gonna talk about if you voted with your money? If you voted with your wallet for a certain product, how is it not okay to talk about the game's development and its future if you're the one paying for it? That is just, even considering all the circumstances right now, that is just really wrong. And I don't know how many of these tweets and these things, hi Zeranex, welcome. I don't know how many of these tweets I'm gonna have to read and how many of them I'm gonna have to stomach. I understand that everyone's really emotional, that everyone is just really traumatized from this whole event, but no one's nearly as traumatized as the actual victims of this event. And it sucks that this is what we get. That even the people who genuinely didn't have anything to do. Good morning, Angry Cupcake, what's up? Welcome to the daily dose of rant of Twitter that I am currently going through, and I'm just really upset about this thing. Every day I'm upset about something else, and I hate the fact that every day I find something to be freaking upset about. That's upsetting, to be able to find something to be upset about, but this is just really upsetting. Because you're not just addressing the people who talk about these things on Twitter. You're addressing the people who just want to play the freaking game, who just, spend their time talking to their friends on Discord, wondering when the next WoW patch is gonna come out or whatever. How are they? How are these people, how did these people not value human decency and respect? Nobody who plays the game is actively required to, first of all, to give an opinion about the recent events. You could just go ahead and not give an opinion and just play the game and enjoy the game and not give a shit about anything that's going on. But, like, this kind of thing, the fact that, I don't know, the fact that you're getting to the point to call your community a problem, like, you don't use the word problem that easily. That's just something that I'm really honestly upset about, and I don't know how to move on from these things because I want them to not be here. I want them to not exist. I want them to not be a part of the community, and they just really upset me on both personal and a professional level because I keep thinking about these people who don't really know anything about this situation, and they're not required to know. No one's required to know. And they're suddenly insulted on Twitter, probably without even knowing about it, because if you don't participate on Twitter, it's kind of, I guess, consequential that you don't even follow Alex's Twitter and you don't read their tweets. Like, how many people would actually quit the game just for reading this tweet without having anything to do with that, for them to just know that they were called internally or externally or whatever, that they were called a problem. Because they're talking about the next patch and when the next patch is going to be delivered. That sucks. And I'm just very glad to not be a part of this. I am super angry at this whole thing, and I'm just glad to not be a part of it. Today's rant is gonna be a short one. I'm not gonna spend time worrying about this too much, because really there's no point. There's no point in worrying about it. There's no point in obsessing over it anymore. I am, as I said, done with the game for now, and forever done with World of Warcraft the way it is. Like, if there's at some point in the far distant future new composition of people who are responsible for these things to not happen, if there's a new actual game that I actually like, then yeah, maybe. But not like this, and not now, and not anytime soon. So I'm going to stop obsessing over it, hopefully, and I'm going to have you not obsess over it as well. And I need to go and fix that baby cam because now it's restarting itself for some reason, and I don't know why. And when I come back, we're gonna do the fashion review that I need to turn in, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the MSQ. And how are you guys doing? Tell me about your day. Don't let me obsess over stuff too much. I'll be right back.